she can call me if she wants me to.
Okay, we're going to call the Irvington Architecture Review Board to order. We will go in a unusual fashion today. We'll start with ARB 20-07, 63 Field Terrace. And that is right, yep, 63 Field Terrace. We will then go to 95 North Broadway, which is ARB 1718, and then we'll go to 2008 due to scheduling difficulties. So we will call ARB 20-07, 63 Field Terrace.
That's way too big. Douglas McClure for the Trenchers at 63 Field Terrace. The project is a kitchen addition off the rear of the house. The addition is going to match the brick of the existing house. The windows are going to be white Marvin. I think they're Marvin. Yes, Marvin. Double hung, again to match the house. We've done this balustrade up here, which we're going to use HB&G's 7-inch Carrington, which I brought. Profiles in between brick piers. The patios will all be bluestone. There's a beautiful covered terrace here with a bluestone patio as well. I don't know what else you would like me to talk about.
A question I have is that going to be a usable porch above?
No. The windows are staying, I mean, yes, a kid is going to crawl out a window sometime and sit out there, but the railings are at the proper height.
Okay.
Because
question number one. The question number two was I didn't see any doors, so I figured that no was going to be a purposefully, inhabited space.
It's no, there are purposely not doors there.
Okay. Do you want to show a side view of the area that's being bumped out?
I don't think I have that drawing. I was looking at that the other day. I'm not sure why I don't have that drawing.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, it's not here. It should be here, but I don't have it. I don't believe so. No. I don't have that left off. From this side, this arch is just repeated at a shorter piece. And then the door on this side, which I really did think was there. No, I don't know. The door on this side is a French door with side light.
So that arch over the door, so that's not like a bump out or
This it's actually a covered porch. So there are sliding French doors here with divided lights, and a new French door here that move out to a covered porch area.
Questions from the architect? Good. Good. Any questions, issues, concerns? Randy? Okay. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second? Second. All in favor?
Thank you very much.
Yep.
you want sure copies?
Not particularly, but I'll take them.
Let's do that as good. Yep, this is yours. Okay. We will now go on to
95 North Broadway.
ARB 17-18 revision, exterior elevation changes, so it's listed as, let's see what it actually is.
Okay, hi. Yes, there were just some minor changes. We actually came to the ARB upon the recommendation of the building inspector because we were originally making some material changes just in the actual driveway. There's no size changes, no other changes, just a couple of material changes. On the driveway, we switched, we just had less cobblestone and more asphalt. And in order to match, they said that we should come here to discuss this. But there's been no change in the way it's done and the...
Was there also some minor changes on finish of the exterior of the house? No?
That's right, yeah. So there was a couple of minor changes. The general theme of the house has stayed the same, all the windows have stayed the same, there's been no changes like that. There were some minor material changes in the rear of the house primarily, and just a little bit less wall stone around some of the areas of the front, mostly to save some money, value engineering, as we like to call it. So we reduced the amount of slatted wood siding in the rear of the house, so it doesn't really have any...
Point to where it was before.
There used to be the wood siding all on this facade as well, so, and around the back of the house. So around the back of the house, it was, basically, it would have been, it would have been like across this facade, it would have been across this facade, it would have been across this facade. So basically, this rear, basically this U part of the house, we just changed the surface material on. And there was just a little more natural stone in some of the back area, some wall stone that was going on some of the walls. So in order to just, obviously we had to try to save some money somewhere, so we just had to change this detail a little bit. But the important part of the house, the front facade of the house and everything that's visible has remained the same, and the same palette. So we didn't change materials, we just used more of a material that we already had approved.
You didn't change the north or the south side exposures, because those are two
No.
seen by
No.
houses, people, other people.
Nope.
And I know the back,
Yeah.
you can't see anything back there.
I think all the neighbors are relatively happy with it, and we've been cautious and conscious during the process, and we're very close to being done. Just a couple more items to wrap up.
And the change on the driveway was just the throat where the...
Just material, literally, we had more cobblestone, and just now it's more asphalt, and
But in the center, the cobblestone remains?
that's right, yep, they have a little bit of cobblestone there. And some gravel, and the rock wall, the wall still got made out of stone and natural materials and
They
the
did a nice
shape.
job on that one, by the way.
Yeah, they did a very nice job.
Yeah, it didn't affect the coverage because it's a driveway, so.
Yeah, because they had taken it out originally, so one of the smart things you guys made us do, which was to put in the drainage, assuming people probably come back for this type of change. So I think that was actually helpful, that you made us put in the drainage.
Okay, any questions from? No. Do we have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, you're going?
Sure, why not?
Thank
you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, and last but not least, sorry to make you wait all this time. I think that's good. I had a feeling it wasn't gonna be more than that.
John Malone, First Smart Architecture, representing Gray Munstone.
Can they see it through the screen? I can see it, actually. They can see it. They actually, run by the chair to make sure they can see.
This is a, alright, I can do it without my glasses. Project for, in addition to project in addition to an existing house in Barney Park. It's like a 1930s, I think, sort of a carpenter Gothic. So right now it has an existing porch that was added later in this area. We're pulling that porch off. It's closed. It's about 6 feet wide. It must have been originally an open porch and then a closed porch. And there was a small addition here that was added. And we're taking that down and basically adding sort of a sunroom language there that's acting as a family room off the kitchen. The existing floor plan here, you can see the porch that's facing south that we're pulling off. And then this portion of the existing house is a one-story addition that was a later addition to it. Not too much later, probably 10 years after the existing. There's other work on the second floor that doesn't have footprint issues, but there's some window changes that are associated with it, second and third floor. So here, this is the south-facing porch. This is the one-story addition where the new
John, you
addition.
get too close to the mic with the,
Oh.
no, leave the mic there. It's when you're putting that next to it, I think is what's killing it.
Okay. And so this is the existing condition. The house has really odd facades, window placement. So when we took the porch off, that south-facing facade is still odd, you will see. But I think it's kind of, this is a crazy facade, but it's original. That's what they did. So our new addition is here, and the part that was in the footprint of the other thing is also view. Oh, and then on this side, there's we're adjusting the entrance to this mudroom condition. We're taking out the existing servants' stair. There's a lot of these houses that had they had a servants' kitchen with a back stair to the servants' quarters. And so everybody wants a more modern open kitchen, and we're using that for the mudroom, taking that out, so it'll just be a single stair. But on the exterior, there's a porch that's being added here, so there's an extension. I'll show you that. Second floor, the roof of this one-story addition is a little deck for the master suite, roof deck. On the second level, this portion of the attic is already finished. As if we're adding a bathroom in this area, there's not going to be any changes to the front of the building. On the back of the building, we're finishing this as a bedroom area, and we are adding a window, a larger window to the back. And some skylights. The skylights are not visible from the street. They're not.
Full on that, the other way, down. Yeah, just want to, because I know.
What's that skylight doing at the ridge? I mean, at the valley?
Oh no, that's a chimney. That's 3.
Okay, great.
Yeah, that doesn't read like a chimney, but we're adding these to that room up there. If the budget holds, we'll see if the budget holds. But they're not visible from the street, and they're not really, this is the street, so you can't really see it from this angle because they're so far set back. And then when you're on the lot, because you're on the lot and this is in your way, you can't really see it from the lot. So even on the elevations, it has sort of a historic look about it.
You have an elevation of the side, of that side?
Yeah, so here you can see, here they look like they have a huge visual impact, but they're not really visible from the side. It's very high up, and the house is lifted, so the slope hides them. So this is the front elevation, basically the Barney Park elevation is this condition. This is set way back, though, this sunroom. We're using like sunroom language,
There's a beech tree in front of it, if I remember.
Yeah, there's an ornamental, some little
Yeah.
ornamental in front of it. Yeah, this elevation looks very flat. This is the southern view, so this is what I'm saying, this kind of window configuration seems to be original. No window here, no window there. There's casework in the locations where we think those windows are, so we know that that was originally the design. It's very strange.
So my only comment, John, is that anywhere else where there's like an addition or a bump or whatever, it uses the shingles, I mean, in a funky way, right?
Right.
The bay window, and any thought to putting shingles on
I
that?
think-
or-
I
I
think-
mean, I don't think it's right, but I don't know what, it just seems.
Yeah, I think what we were trying to do is just do something that had this solarium language, like the house was its own thing and the solarium was added separately, which is something that would have happened from a house for this age, whether it was Georgian or even this. That's sort of trying to not go recreate. There's one area where we're trying to recreate the existing, but we're trying to let this thing be its own. appendage. This here is the addition of this porch that's on the driveway side. So if you, doesn't work that way, can't use your finger on that. This is the front of the house, so the house
3D, yeah, 3D
here.
PDF.
So, this condition here, there was a column, an existing column right here. And the little porch that used to enter the building here, that they pulled out, and so there was like a remnant of an existing porch. So we continued this out and we're entering the building there. So it's a very simple modification. This language here is similar to the language that's used on the front.
John, where was the column located in plane? Was it in plane with a porch or?
Yeah, same place. So it's like the column that was here is basically being relocated to there.
Any thought to leaving it there, given that's a porch?
Yeah, we could, it was sort of in an odd location relative to the door. You could have two columns, you could leave it.
Sort of an odd house that way.
Yeah. It's an odd.
It's the back of
piece.
the,
That's something we don't, obviously, we don't need it structurally, but I mean, yeah, it's sort of, and on the back half, it had this kind of detail with a column. On the front, it had the bracket, right? So it didn't have a symmetrical thing over here. I think it's almost like you have to sort of embrace the crazy. On this side here, you can see we're adding, oh geez, I keep touching the screen, we're getting with it. We're adding a Palladian window up there just because the ceiling is so low. And, you know, they had this little thing here, so we said even though in the typical end window they have these two, and then on the front facade they had a single. So in order to open up, again, doesn't really have a lot of visual impact because it faces the rear, but that's part of the eclecticness on that.
John, I still haven't seen, oh, maybe that's it. Yeah, is that a door? Because I haven't seen how you get out to that porch.
little side door.
Oh, out to the side porch is here.
Go up top.
No, up top.
Up top, this is the door.
No, up top.
Oh, right there.
Yeah.
And you see
It's
it
partially hidden because of that view, right? Because there's a solid panel there. It's partially hidden.
Or was it show that was a window or a door?
Yeah, so, yeah, here's the door.
Yeah, that's
so
right.
getting out of that one. Section one's right. We're doing built-in gutter around the new thing, to try to, you know, give it a true cornice. There's a brick veneer. We're cantilevering the structure so that the brick veneer is in plane, so it looks like it's originally sitting on a brick foundation. Stone foundation.
The other foundation is stone.
It's nice. It's a nice stone foundation, like really like a cut stone foundation
Wow.
with no water coming in either.
What year was the house built?
I think it's like 1930. I don't think it's that
That's
old.
surprising.
Yeah. But it's a nice house. And then this is the detail of the porch in the front. Right. I mean, we're just basically doing a low slope roof. We have shingles on the roof there. I think the drawings that you have there indicate an EPDM roof, and I think we need to do shingles there. I think Ally, when she drew it, thought that it wouldn't be seen, but I'm pretty sure it would be seen. So if we go back to the roof
I
plan.
was gonna ask if it's metal or.
Yeah, see this, I think this is called out as EPDM here.
We're not that
It's
advanced.
like really kind of some kind of brain problem there.
So is there something that's gonna have to be changed on these drawings, John?
So the only thing I would say, if we could, Mark, if you guys are concerned.
Which drawing is that?
This proposed roof, it's 204, that roof is gonna be switched to a shingle.
What shingle are you using?
We would be trying to match the existing one that's up there. It's kind of like a timber line. It's like a timber line.
Big timber line or
That would be the thin one. It's not the crazy one, the cedar shake looking one. Yeah. And then here, I think we just have a mahogany deck again.
Obviously, a shingle to match.
Yeah. Color-wise, I think we don't have anything in the budget to modify the color schemes. It's brown right now and white, so this is all gonna match the white trim. It'd be cool to update the color there. Yeah.
Anything else?
Are you replacing the front door, the screen door, or
No, we're leaving that. There is,
that's how you're replacing it?
no, why, what's up with it? Oh, it's got an ugly screen on it?
I think it's a screen door. I honestly just sort of thought it was.
Yeah. I think it probably has an ugly metal screen on it. We can probably convince them to put a,
It's
the
not
wood one,
important to
yeah.
this, yeah.
There is a brick that we're matching as a brick in the front stair. So that's what we're gonna try to match for the foundation that's exposed.
Okay. Any other questions? Board? No?
No.
I like this. I think it's good. It's
Yeah?
better than flipping with the paper.
Can
Yeah,
you rotate out?
yeah.
Can you rotate towards us?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
I can, sure, yeah.
Ooh, there we go.
Oh, even better.
Yeah.
You could pull it out.
It has a lot. It has a lot. It could go ahead if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Larry will come down here one morning, he'll be on the floor in pieces. Okay. Do I have a motion to approve as amended with the change being the, is it EPDM or EDPM?
Switching the EPDM to asphalt
Sorry.
to match
The
the
shingles.
Yeah.
So move.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Let's go.
You have a welcome.
So when can you guys get the electronic?
Soon enough.
We're gonna get to a point where I'm gonna have two paper copies in the box, and everybody else will have reviewed it at home.
One of the arguments not so long ago that Ed said is that the board members don't have something to look at it.
We don't have computers.
And I'm thinking like,
We don't have computers.
Dinosaurs.
they all got something to look on. Yeah. And also I was thinking like, it would be cheap, if they don't have one of these, they could buy you one. Right. You know, that could be your honorarium for,
I'd like to walk out with you.
oh,
Just catch up.
Sure that.
Okay? Anybody have any old or new business to discuss?
We do?
I said, I'm asking, does anybody have any old or new business to discuss? Motion to adjourn? Second. All in favor?
Aye.
We are adjourned.